Father, thank you so much for this day. Thank you so much for coming after us, because we would never come after you unless you drew us. Thank you for all you've done and all you yearn to do. In your name we ask, amen. My name is Joanne Wintermute. Maiden name is Person. We went to church as a family. I think we were in Far Hills at that time, and we went to a Dutch Reformed church. I just remember him being preached, but I was drawn to it, but I'd never heard about being born again or anything like that. It was when we were in Cokesbury, and I went to the Methodist church there, and a pastor, Tommy Tyson, came. And when he was speaking, he said, I felt by the Lord I'm going to put my sermon aside. And he went on to tell about being in an orphanage out in Texas, and they were out of food, and a bakery truck broke down at the end of their lane and came and gave them all the bakery goods, and how God provided. And that stuck with me. Well, see, I never heard that you had to make a decision for him. I was drawn to him just because of who he was. Evidently not, just whatever I knew. I didn't come to know him until my brother Bruce, who was in Vietnam through the Air Force, came to know Christ through the Navigators. He came home. He acted kind of super spiritual, but that was my brother. He was like that, and God worked through him. And he asked me a question the one time. If you were to go to heaven and God were to ask you, why should I allow you to come in? What would you say? And I said, well, I haven't murdered anybody. And I knew the answer. Then he said, it's because Christ died for you, and that's it. He bore my sins, and that's it, his work. But it was a process as I went to Clinton Baptist Church. I remember the book of Ruth, love affair. And in the book of Ruth, they just undressed Christ. I just was drawn to him there. But in my own home, my best friend, we invited pastor's wife to come and talk to us about him. And she asked if we had a Bible. So I had to hunt for a Bible. She asked me if I had been born again. And I didn't know what she was talking about, so I lied to her and said yes. I just kept reading in the Word, and finally there was, I'm trying to think of his name now and it eludes me, but he had a friend who came all the way from England over to see him, to talk to him about accepting Christ. And he asked, well, have you asked him to come into your heart? And he said, yeah, 10 times a day at least. And he took him to the Word, and he showed him, he said, I stand at the door and knock. If any man hears my voice and opens the door, I will come in and sup with him and he with me. And it was like, that's it. And in my own home, I accepted him, but I went forward then in church too. We met in high school, and we went 5 years together. He's a gentle man, a faithful man. He's a tease. He's a big tease. We call him, please stop, Peepaw. Yes, Blair College. I went also. And I was there, but I didn't know him then. So that was probably our freshman year, because I started going with him my sophomore year. Yeah, and we were in different sections then, because he was a grade ahead. And a pastor there had presented Christ, and he went forward to accept him. Yeah. I just thank the Lord because he came after me. And I'll start crying for that. He did. I mean, I think of people who don't accept him. What do they? They don't have eternity to look forward to. Well, they do, but separated from him. And that's horrible. And it's not their sin that they go to hell for. They go because they passed by the solution, the cross. That's it. He loves you. And he'll keep seeking you to try to love you to himself. Yeah. And I pray that he continues to show himself in all his beauty to you, that you can't resist him.